I'm at 219 Church and I'm doing the exterior. Actually, I'm done with the exterior, so you can see that the driveway has a couple of cracks in here. You know, not that big a deal. The fence over here is a little bit loose. See how it moves? The retaining wall over here is just stacked stone, and it looks like, you know, they've fallen down a little bit, so they'll need to be restacked. There's a bit of moss on the roof. I'm not quite sure exactly because you don't have any real trees hanging over the roof, but maybe you might need to open the canopy of this tree a little bit. If you look up at the top chimney, you're missing a cap and a screen up on top of there. That's something that should be corrected, and it looks like the bricks are loose and they're going to need to be repointed. Okay. I noticed on the outside they have a vent pipe for oil. I don't see a fill pipe over here, so you might want to just ask them if they have an underground buried tank. These are precast steps over here, and you can see that they've settled a little bit down, so there's a little bit of space back there, and they decided to fill in the space just using this piece of 2x2. And then around the frame of the door you can see some rot, right? And I'm seeing a lot of carpenter and activity around the outside of the house. Part of that is probably because the downspouts are discharging close to the house. See that downspout just discharges right there. The other one goes into a pipe into the ground. I noticed that you don't have any ground fault circuit interrupters on the outlets on the outside. This is your overhead service line. The gray box is just the cable stuff, right? And your overhead drip loop goes over there and it runs to the street. Right, you can see some moss on the roof. The second chimney, same thing. You've got some brick damage up there and you're missing the cap. This fence over here is loose as well. See? Alright, the frame on the bottom of the door has a little bit of rot in it. Same thing, a little bit of damage on the siding down over there. Over here it looks like the gutter's been repaired. So, and you can see some carpentering activity up around over here. Okay. So same thing in that corner. The downspout is just discharging up against the house. Right, you lost the post cap over here. And then on this side of the house, you can see the dirt is pitched right back towards the doors over there. You're definitely going to want to maybe try to improve that configuration. You know, maybe you might want to put a little retaining wall over here so you can flatten out the dirt. Same thing over here, this downspout is just right up against the house. Definitely want to take care of that. You know, all these things you're going to want to check to make sure there's permits for the gazebo, the outdoor gazebo. You know, some of the fence posts, you can see that they're leaning in a couple of areas. We prefer as inspectors not to see trees touching the house. You know, that'll invite rodents to climb up on the roof. Right, the skylight looks like it's okay. The composition of the shingles, the roof shingles themselves, they look, you know, pretty good. The deck over here, you can see that this step has settled down, right? So it's pitched down like that. You can see over here all the carpentering activity. You know, there's a lot of carpentering activity, so you definitely don't want to do treatment. And then this over here, this trim is starting to rot. The deck itself looks like the structure is in good condition. I did feel one or two spots where the deck flooring itself felt a little bit soft, but looking underneath, I don't really see anything glaring. So, looks like they put some braces up there. So I don't know, sometimes when you put too much support, it can make things move a little bit. And then I noticed termite treatments. That's these little discs all around the house. So I don't know if they had issues with termites. We'll try to find that out. And then I noticed that these railings up over here on this side of the deck are a little bit loose. They move a little bit. All right. You got a poured concrete foundation, which pounds per square inch is as strong as you get. You can see the new fill pipe and the new vent pipe for the oil tank is right there. So I'm guessing the oil tank is right in the garage. And then the stacked stone over here, which is acting as a retaining wall. You can see how it's settled. So you may need to restack this at some point. I don't think you have to do it right now, but eventually you may need to. Okay. And then again, too close to the house. This. Right, some damage to the driveway, and that's it. You have wood siding, which will have to be painted. One coat usually lasts about 4 years. 2 coats usually last about 7. And then all the window trims are wood as well, so those will have to be painted as well. The windows are vinyl clad, so there's no maintenance that you're going to need to do for the windows.